Hello, welcome back to another Matthew Vargas art tutorial where I will be painting some pretty easy floral watercolors. They're going to be done in a rather loose style. I'm going to go through some products that I'll be using today. First is this brush by Princeton. It's a 12 Select. It's a nice round point tip brush. It's good for detail, but it's also good for filling in large areas. Once you turn the brush to the side, it's just perfect for that. This is a traveling watercolor palette. It's by Durant. I'm gonna leave a link down at the bottom of the video with where you can purchase this. I just love this. It has the major colors that you use for really any painting, and you can tell I've used it so much for just so many tutorials and videos and personal work that it's gotten colorized, but this is a must-have for me here. This is a number 4 Velvet Touch Princeton brush, and this is for the even finer detail. I've lightly drawn in a gray pencil. For being literal, I just honestly use this Crayola gray colored pencil to just kind of lightly draw in where the florals are gonna go. You can kind of see the flowers there and a little there and the leaves and the stems, and this just takes out a lot of the guesswork, so I can just go right into painting and I'm not building the anatomy of the flower. I can just throw down and get right into it. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm taking a little bit of this red here, and I also want to point out that I have this little sheet of paper to kind of test out how the colors will look before they actually go onto the painting. I don't want to take the wrong color or take too much of a pigment and throw it right into the painting just to have to work it off. You know, this is a great place to kind of test to see how pigmented something will be. So we're just gonna take some of this red here. We're gonna try to keep this as short and as simple as possible today. I don't wanna send you for a loop. Just gonna kind of mix up a purple. And remember, less is more. I prefer a looser, less detailed floral and watercolor than a more detailed one. It's the beauty of watercolor is that it's not like acrylic where you have to refine and make it as realistic as possible and punchy and like something you'd see in your yard. You know, it's supposed to feel abstract and loose, and there's almost a romance to the rhythm of the line work. So you want to kind of go light when you're painting these flowers. So let's see how this looks, this little solution that I have here. Yeah, so lighter is always better in the beginning. You want to build off of your lighter pigments. You don't want to go in too dark. So I think this color that I have mixed up is actually perfect. So you can kind of see that I'm using the tip of the brush to get in more closer to the center. And then when I want to go fuller with my stroke, I just kind of cock the brush to the side like that with a slight angle towards the tip so I can almost draw with it, you know. Mix up a light yellow, almost like a yellowish green for this top flower that you can't really see, but we're gonna paint that in there. Let's see how that looks. Thanks so much for watching this tutorial. If this was helpful, please subscribe because I'm going to have more